when you're talking gold, silver, bronze, and multi-world championships, he's in the GOAT conversation. There is no question.
Curling now enters the Sports Weekend spotlight.
Good evening to all of you. Wonderful to see you again. This is it. And Bruce, over to you.
What a games. What a games. Maybe, I don't know where history will rank this men's gold medal game. When both teams under that intense pressure play 90% and they're just off the charts, I think it's going to be really, really high. Niklas Edin, I don't know. This is, I love this GOAT talk, you know. When you're talking gold, silver, bronze, and multi-world championships, he's in the GOAT conversation. There is no question. Back to that Mount Rushmore conversation.
Right.
And I love the fact that the two teams that have won bronze here, Colleen alluded to this, they celebrated like there was no tomorrow. So don't let anybody ever tell you that a bronze medal means anything less than those above it. They really felt it and it meant something to them. So that was really nice to see. So good stuff overall.
Outstanding. Joe, some thoughts as we get ready for this women's gold medal game that is highly anticipated. You're muted.
No, I failed. I had to mute because I didn't want you guys to hear me chewing.
Right.
Anyways, like Colleen said, we all wanted it to be Canada, but if it couldn't be Canada, I mean, I think we're going to be highly, highly entertained tonight. Just to watch both teams. Eve Muirhead was so entertaining in that semifinal with how she went after Anna Hasselborg. I'm curious to see if she's going to do that again tonight because this Japanese team is also extremely offensive. So I don't know if that was a tactic to beat Hasselborg or if that's just how they're rolling, if they're just going to throw the kitchen sink at the other team all game long. So very excited to see how this game goes. And I think it speaks to how women's curling in general is just in a great spot. Like we said, 8 teams could have been in this game. And I think it's going to be a good one.
I love Mike's view there in the booth. It's smaller than what I even envisioned.
Oh, it's tiny. Check out Joanne's Instagram page. It's a cage. Bruce has got the suite. He's got a double size. It's like a double wide trailer over there that he's got, and he's got the same amount of space that Joanne and I have to share. So
yeah.
He is the main man though. So play by play requires a little extra leg room. I think
that's because I actually have notes.
Yeah. Hello.
What are those notes you speak of? Yes.
But Mike, this game today, what a matchup, Japan and
yeah.
Both speak about how much this will grow the game if either of them win the gold medal. Eve thinks it'll do more for women's curling in Scotland and Great Britain, and ditto for Japan. Obviously, they're hoping it inspires a whole generation of little girls, those 8-9-year-olds, to play the game.
Right. Well, we've got a population of 125 million in Japan. I was texting JD Lind, coach of Team Fuji. His birthday today, by the way. Not today where you are, but today where we are is JD's birthday. So he's I'm sure he's happy to not get a birthday present in Beijing of playing for the bronze medal. So he's going to have a chance to win a gold medal with his team. They're so much fun to watch. I asked JD how many people are going to be watching, and he thinks, well, the whole country. 125 million. He goes, everyone's going to be watching this game Sunday morning, and so it's gonna boom in Japan anyway, I think. And to Eve's point, I think the Olympics every year does wonders for our sport. And look at Italy with Stefania Constantini. What a instant superstar. You just hope that the game grows everywhere, and it always tends to have a little surge almost everywhere except Canada, interestingly. So US as well. I think they were well behind John Schuster. John making the playoffs is a huge impact. But for tonight's game, I just think I can't wait to see how many rocks are going to be in play. Right. You've got two fantastic, entertaining teams. And who Japan is. I don't use the word adorable. They're just so much fun. Their joy is infectious, right? When you watch them play, you're just happy to see them happy. And Eve and her team, I think, have been a revelation since they kind of threw this team together just before the European playdowns, and they've just are continuing to roll. They got the good break to get into the playoffs, but they looked amazing in that. Despite giving up 4 in the first end, they played really, really well.
Guys, I don't know how much time you have, but Niklas Edin is literally standing outside the apartment. So I'm wondering, can we bring him in with the entire panel? The champion is here.
Niklas!
Niklas!
Woo!
Hello, hello.
Way to go!
Good morning to you, Nick. You're waking up an Olympic champion. Describe the moment.
Yeah, it feels amazing. Obviously, we've worked so many years for this in a sport that is really difficult to win. Like you get one chance every 4 years, and we kind of feel it's 50-50 against most teams here. So you got to have a lot of momentum and luck on your side as well. But we played really well, tried to control everything we could this week, and in the semifinal and final, it was coming down to millimeters, literally. So
I think we're
Awesome.
I think we lost him a little bit, Nick. I don't know if you're able to get in a better Wi-Fi spot. I know it's been a little bit of an adventure over there with connectivity, but we will keep trying.
Sorry. Yeah.
There he is.
I can see you perfectly, but I can see I'm losing the connection a little bit. So hope it works.
Nick, those games, if you could hear us, those games you played, both the semi and the final, those are two of the greatest games we've ever seen. They must have been so much fun and yet so tension-filled to play.
I don't know if his connection. Maybe we can try to reconnect.
We'll clear up.
We'll try and reconnect him. Great question, Bruce. But I want to make sure, Bruce, that you get a chance to send a message. I know you want to say something to the team.
Yeah, a little something here, Devin. You know, we're on the eve here of the women's gold medal game. We're also about, I'm going to say, 16 days away from International Women's Day. I've been blown away by Sophie, your producer. The effort she puts into this show is off the charts. Your openings, your montages, her demeanor is wonderful. Colleen and I live 10 minutes away from each other in Halifax, and we used to get to see each other a lot more and work together a lot more. We don't as much anymore, and it's always so fun when we do. I love it. She's got such great energy. She's been so good at these games over there with the teams and the interviews and her presence and her reports. So just Colleen, amazing job. And to Joanne. Joanne had 4 games of broadcast experience before coming to join this Olympic team. Think about that for a second. And, you know, she was probably a little nervous out of the gate. She didn't show it, but I know behind the scenes, but she grew into it so quickly and got relaxed so quickly and accepted 2 guys who think they're much funnier than they really are quickly. She became a great part of this squad. So, you know, with the women's game coming up at International Women's Day coming up, I want to salute 3 very special women who I had a chance to work with real closely during these games. You guys are all the very, very best, and it's part of the reason why this job is so wonderful to do and so fun to do.
All class. Wonderful note. Colin Joe?
What?
Me?
One of you respond.
I was having a hard time hearing because they were singing "Having Beer on a Champagne Night." In the song,
I was trying to remember every word you were saying, word for word, there, Bruce. And I'm glad that I can get this on YouTube later. And just thank you guys for the experience. It was phenomenal, and that's a lot to say about you guys because I would not have been able to do this without your support. And it was just such a great team, and can't wait to have one more game together. And I had a lot more fun than I expected to. And I'm really happy I was able to settle in because I don't think my hands stopped sweating for like the first 10 to 12 games. But now we're in it, and it's lots of fun.
Listen, Joanne's the first broadcaster I've ever worked with that had to go for physio middle of the week because she was so tight, so tense. It was great. Like I said, okay, it's just sit, just enjoy the game, Joe. No, can't do it. She's getting right into it. It was so great.
All the time, okay, guys?
Oh yeah, just so great. So anyway, yeah, and to echo what Bruce is saying, like it's always so much fun to work with this gang, and to have Sophie and Joe join the the Four Amigos. So like I said, those bus rides in Pyeongchang, we go back 4 years ago, and we had some good fun then. And it's continued right through these games as well. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, and I always say it's a privilege for us to bring the games to Canada. I think something that we don't take lightly, and I hope people have enjoyed what they're seeing. And we try to be frank and honest, and I get you're too honest sometimes a lot, but that's our job. So congratulations to all the athletes, and thanks to all the athletes, as Bruce alluded to, for coming in. How hard is it to come after a tough loss and come do an interview? And they all did it. So thank you.
Joe, you got to go because you have a game to call. You got to get.
I got to get across the street. These guys are already at work. They're making me look bad. So thanks, guys. Have a good show.
Squeeze her out. Bruce, how many hours of broadcasting is this? And here's a footnote. Being here, every other commentator and broadcaster is looking at me going, but Canada's out. Why are you still doing curling? And I'm going, because it is curling. It doesn't matter who's playing. We're going to love it. So how many hours for you, minutes on the air? Because it sounds like you might need to gargle with some salt and warm water.
Yeah, and I'm going to be okay. 43 games, Colleen, at about 3 hours a pop. So that's, I guess, 130 hours or so. But goes by fast when you're loving it. And to you and Devin, by the way, it's really nice when you got a dream and you work hard and it comes to fruition. So 1 year for a show is a good run. You guys get great reviews, and I can see why. And it's a wonderful thing you've put together here. So congrats on the 1 year.
Thank you, Bruce. Mike, top notch. I'm going to keep eating cake.
Bruce owes me lunch when I get back to Nova Scotia. I'm sure Mike is buying you dinner as well.
We would like look Bruce over there. Joanne's empty. We need to get her here.
Yeah, get her.
We'll let you guys go.
Thanks, guys.
First class, as always. Have a great last call.
Appreciate it.
Love being on the show, guys, and keep it up. Here's to years 2 and 3 and 4 and 5.